Well, that is a wrap. SummerSlam is in the books. First 2 nights ever at MetLife Stadium. Night 2 just wrapped up. We recorded a review last night. Let's do it again tonight. Which night did we like more? What did we think of the surprises and the finishes on night 2? Let's talk about it. Before I get into all of that, hi, my little demons and divas and demonites. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please consider hitting the subscribe button. I am trying to grow to 30,000 subscribers and we're getting close. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I'm here live to watch wrestling with you all week. I watch everything. I watch Raw, NXT, Dynamite, TNA, SmackDown. We try to watch everything here. And it's been a busy couple of days with SummerSlam. Last night we watched SummerSlam night 1. The review for night 1 will be in the description below so you can check it out because today we're just here to talk about... Tonight we are here to talk about night 2 of SummerSlam. Opened up with a banger, closed with surprises. Did it live up to last night? Let's start with that. Not the ending. Not the ending. And I'm a big Brock Lesnar fan. I know that there's a lot of mixed reaction to Brock coming back. I entered social media and quickly exited when I saw the way that people are reacting to Brock coming back. But Brock has always been one of my favorites. So I was happy to see him back, but I don't know. It didn't live up to the epic finale, the dramatic Seth Rollins dropping the crutches. I think last night had a better finale than today, but I think that today, in ring wise, was a much better night. Let's discuss it. Let's break it down match by match. Like I said, we opened with a banger, and that banger was the women's triple threat match for the World's Women's Championship. We had our current champion Naomi against Io Sky against Rhea Ripley, who has been chasing for this title since she lost it to Io and just hasn't gotten her hands on it. First of all, I need to point out Naomi's entrance with her dad. What a wholesome moment. That was beautiful. You love to see it. I said it on the stream and I'll repeat it now. For Naomi to be pulling out some of her best work at this stage of her career is crazy. And she, like, look at this. I have caution tape on my microphone. Like, it's crazy the influence that she's having right now. I see a lot of girls on social media dressing up in caution tape outfits and all that. And it just warms my heart to see this, because you know that Naomi is so deserving of all the success, and you know that she's working very hard to get this new character over, and it's working. She's doing an incredible job, and I gotta give her flowers. Going into the match, I didn't think she was gonna drop the match. In my prediction stream, I said I think that Naomi is gonna capitalize on a moment between Rhea and Io and take it, and that's exactly what she did. But don't get me wrong, everybody looked absolutely ridiculously good in this match. Io got her stuff in, Rhea got her stuff in, Naomi got her stuff in, but the final sequence, we saw Rhea, I believe she tried to hit like a riptide on Io, and she went to pin her, and that's when Naomi grabbed her, rolled her up, 1, 2, 3, and still our World's Women's Champion Naomi. You can see the frustration on Rhea's face in regards to this. And yeah, Naomi just capitalized on the moment, but I did think that Naomi was going to end up retaining here, but it didn't take away from how good the match was, whether it was predictable or not. And I just love all three of these women. I thought they killed it. It was a fun match, entertaining. I really enjoyed it. Stephanie Becker is the person waiting for Naomi now, so we'll see what happens. Now, from here down is when the night becomes a little bit unpredictable, and by unpredictable, meaning my predictions were complete ass because I didn't get anything right tonight. I should have known a little bit better, because up next we had the crazy table, ladders, and chairs match, 6-pack challenge for the SmackDown. I believe those are the World Tag Team Champions or the WWE Tag Team. You get the point. Tag Team Championships were on the line, and we have Fraxium. We had the 8 Mile Road Boys. We had DIY. We had Ray and Andrade. We had the Street Profits, and we had the current champions, the Wyatt Six. And my God, this was absolute insanity. My favorite part out of all of this, and it's also my least favorite part, I'll get into it, was at the crazy ladder spot. We saw it from the women. There was women that became involved because, you know, Candice LeRae is involved with DIY, Johnny Gargano, etc. You know that B-Fab has been hanging out with the Street Profits, so she wasn't going to let Candice LeRae mess around. And of course, Nikki Cross is part of the Wyatt Six, so I love to see the involvement from the women. Well, Candice LeRae took an absolute insane bump from the ladder all the way to a ladder on the outside. She did land knee first, and I'm very curious to know if she's okay because they were checking on her for a long time. So I really hope she's okay. But I love seeing the women get like some spots in there. It was awesome. Well, I think commentary at one point said it's ladies' night, and I'm like, yes, I love it, you know. But that didn't take away from what the men did. It was crazy. Freaking Ciampa did the hanging from the title spot, but when they went to like spear him off or whatever, I believe it was Nathan Frazier, Ciampa just like flex his body up. Like, how is that even possible? I don't think that's humanly possible. Ciampa's not human, confirmed. He's also possibly Triple H. I love that spot, by the way. I thought that was very unique. I love that we had the Dudleys and the Hardys and the crowd in WWE took that opportunity to plug their one last match, you know, that they're going to have over on TNA Bound for Glory. I'm excited for that. But the Wyatts ended up retaining. Also, I'm going to give a special shout out to Nathan Frazier for actually climbing the ladder fast. We never see that on a ladder match. Big pop. But yeah, the Wyatts retain. I wasn't expecting the Wyatts to retain, but at the same time, the Wyatts recently won it. The reason why I wasn't expecting them to retain is because these titles have really changed hands a lot. So I didn't think, unlike Naomi, where I was like, yeah, she's not dropping yet. Here, I was like, they could, because these titles have gone all over the place in the last few months. So, you know, you never know. But it was the Wyatts who retained. Uncle Howdy got involved. Nikki Cross got involved. It was as chaotic as you think. I going into the match, I'm thinking, oh, I'm scared. But it was so entertaining. And I just hope Candice LeRae is okay. But the Wyatts retain here. Up next, I was so shocked by everything that went on. This match was insane. We had a no-disqualification match, Intercontinental Championship match between current champion Becky Lynch, who came out to a new entrance. I'm still not sure if I love it or hate it. I'm going to have to listen to it again because Becky's entrance theme is so iconic. But I'm always being a big fan of, if you're going to change your character, you got to change your character. And having this version of Becky come out to her own music, it might have not been clicking, so I'm not upset that she changed the music. It's just gonna take some getting used to because I'm a huge Becky Lynch fan and I just love the song. Against Lyra Valkyria, if Lyra lost, she couldn't challenge again. So because every time they make that stipulation, well, she can't challenge again while Becky's champ. Every time they make that stipulation, the person that can challenge again ends up winning. So I thought Lyra's gonna win. That's not what happened. But this match was sadistic as hell. These women were beating the shit out of each other. Freaking Becky zip tied Lyra at one point, and Lyra still hitting all these crazy moves with her hands bounded. Like, it was crazy. At one point, though, Becky is really going to hurt Lyra, and out of nowhere, Bayley comes out and starts beating Becky up. She's yelling at her like, you took everything away from me. Before she did that, though, there was a moment where they did a really good job with the storytelling, with Becky telling, like, Bayley to beat her up. And because we have all been suspecting that Bayley is going to turn heel, we did think that was going to happen. But it didn't go down like that. Bayley is still good, and she ended up beating up Becky instead. However, in trying to help Lyra, Bayley ends up costing Lyra the match, meaning Becky retains. Now Lyra cannot challenge for the Intercontinental Championship anymore, and Bayley is still very much involved in this, so I'm very curious to see how this is going to go. Fun match. It was long. It was like 25 minutes. They let them go at it. I want to tell you something. It's always guaranteed that Lyra and Becky are going to put on a banger. I'm curious to see maybe Becky move away from this story, but Bayley and Lyra have also been involved with each other for a long time, so I kind of want to see that story kind of culminate too, and everybody move on and get some new fresh faces into this feud. Up next, we had the steel cage match between Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. No new Samoan debuted, but the MFTs did get involved, even though it was a steel cage match. I thought the whole point of having a steel cage match was that nobody can get involved. As soon as Solo came out by himself, I was like, yeah, this is gonna go to hell. I had a feeling that we were gonna get involvement from everybody, and that's what happened. Jimmy Uso did try to come out and make the save for Jacob, but yeah, he was outnumbered. Because, you know, there's 3 of him, only 1 of him. So Solo ends up retaining, but thanks to the help of his Money 3 bloodline faction. After the match, though, Jimmy kind of gets 2 of the... he gets JC Mateo and Tangaloa in the steel cage and locks it up so Jacob can have his way with them. That's what commentary said, not me. And Jacob hits that moonsault off the top of the steel cage. Insane spot. We wanted to see it. I love that they did it that way, because if they were going to go with Solo retaining, so Jacob hitting that spot, how does Solo kick out of that? You know, like, that's crazy. I thought you could have somebody pull him or something, but it's a steel cage match. So I did like the fact that we still got the spot from Jacob, but it didn't hurt the booking of the match. Very shocked that Solo retained here. Who is going to take that title off of Solo? I don't know. I was very convinced it was going to be Jacob tonight, but that wasn't the case. I was wrong on this one again. It was an okay match. I mean, there was so much chaos, so many, like, no DQ, street fights, not like TLC matches, that this one fell a little bit flat for me. Up next, we had the Intercontinental Championship match between AJ Styles and Dominic Mysterio. This was the only straight-up match on the card that it was just 1, 2, 3 wins, none of that non-DQ stuff and all that. I love that AJ Styles came in a lowrider and wearing the Eddie Guerrero gear, trying to play mind games with Dominic. I was certain that AJ Styles was going to win, because AJ hasn't held a championship in a long time, and we haven't really done anything with AJ. That wasn't the case. Dominic Mysterio ends up retaining here. There was one spot in the match in which Dominic goes to do the share trick, lie, shit, and steal like his dad, Eddie Guerrero. But AJ Styles outsmarted him. Dominic throws the share at AJ and lays on the floor to act like AJ hit him with it. AJ puts the chair around his neck and lays on the floor too. And the referee's like, what is going on? But the referee wasn't looking. He was fixing the turnbuckle. So he turns around and AJ's on the ground with the chair on his neck. AJ's yelling at Dom, you hit me, you hit me. I just loved everything about that sequence in the match. The match was just okay though, but there was a couple of moments and AJ playing the mind games. He was playing mind games with Dom throughout the entire feud. He didn't stop tonight. It was a fun match, entertaining, but it was kind of just there. But there was a lot of really fun moments between the two. I think this is huge for Dominic Mysterio to get this victory over AJ Styles. Like, that's a big notch on his belt. Is that what people say? It's amazing. I was talking on my stream about, I feel like we're all Dominic's parents. Like, we literally have watched him grow up. And to see him get so confident in his character and all that, it's been incredible. I just hope that now we really can give him a good Intercontinental Championship reign. He just beat AJ Styles. Like it should be nothing but up from here for him, with crazy good opponents and a good title reign. So we'll see what happens. Up next, we have the main event of the evening, and because there was so much crazy shit that went on last night, a lot of people were like, The Rock's gonna come out, maybe Travis Scott, like, it's gonna be crazy. We're talking about the street fight between Cody Rhodes and John Cena. A lot of people thought John Cena, including myself, John Cena was playing us on Friday. That wasn't a face turn. Apparently it was. I still thought he was playing us when he came out during his entrance with the colors. He's talking to Stu. He's running to the ring. It's the good old John Cena. I gotta tell you something that got me in the feels, but I was like, don't get worked. Don't get worked. No. The old John Cena really is back. Listen, if the heel turn wasn't working, let's go ahead and save it and have, like, just enjoy John Cena's last few months here in the WWE before he retires. I'm not opposed to it. What didn't make sense to me is what a freaking banger this match was from both of them. I feel like they had a chip on their shoulders and they wanted to make sure everybody forgot the WrestleMania match, and this match was everything. They went at it. I haven't seen John Cena wrestle the way he wrestled tonight in years. Not lying. Like, to me, it gave me John Cena United States Championship run vibes with the way that he was wrestling tonight. There was one spot where they appeared to have gone backstage fighting, but then they come up the elevator on the stage and John Cena has Cody on his arms and he throws him for an AA. That was an instant classic moment. I loved that. They were going at it. They were fighting street fight style. They were using weapons and all that. But ultimately, Cody Rhodes gets the win. Cody Rhodes is your champion again. Yay. And that's how the match ends. I said, what if the crazy booking is just that we're getting a good match? You know, it's the friends we made along the way. That's how the match ended. There was no shenanigans, no Rock, no nobody. They just put on a classic banger street fight and Cody wins. Cena passes the title on to Cody. A lot of people were like, it's a passing on the torch. I'm like, Cody's 40. He's been here almost as long as Cena. How is this passing the torch? But hey, you know, we're getting a moment. Cody walks away. We're getting a moment for John Cena to thank the fans. And I'm sitting here thinking, that's it. Nothing crazy. That's how it ends. That's not how it ends, because the Beast Incarnate, Death, Taxes, Brock Lesnar coming back to F5 John Cena. That's the three guaranteed things in life, because the Beast Incarnate came back, Cowboy Brock, and he just walks down to the ring, takes off his jacket, looks good as always, gets in the ring, hits a big F5 on John Cena. On the post-show, Triple H implied that John Cena asked for Brock. I said on my stream, hey, if Cena is not going to have the title, why not have fun with the last few months and let him just go against the opponents that he picks, the people that he wants to have his final matches with? He already ran it back with Randy. There's a couple of iconic opponents that John has had. AJ Styles, Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins. I want to see these matches. So we'll see where it goes. I like Brock. I just don't think that this lives up to the hype of last night. When it comes to SummerSlam 2025, the first 2 nights ever, I like the ending of night 1 better. The ending meaning after CM Punk wins the title, those last 5 minutes. But the in-ring action was and memorable moments were better tonight. That's just my take on it. I'm going to give SummerSlam overall, you know what, an 8 out of 10. I was quite entertained both nights. I'm not going to lie. If I didn't like it, I would tell you too. But I liked it. I was entertained. That's what I watched these shows for. Just to be entertained, escape from reality, and have fun. A fun time was had. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you think? Which night do you prefer better? And what do you rate SummerSlam as a whole? Thank you so much for watching the review. Again, I don't usually do reviews, but I'm considering doing them for the big shows. Big shows, I don't mean PLEs. I mean shows where something really important goes down, or shows that need to be discussed. All right? There is an episode of Raw or SmackDown that's crazy. We're going to talk about it. So I'm not going to do a review for every show that I watch, but the ones that I feel like I want to discuss post, I will be here with a short review. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, adios. Mwah.